Hi guys, it's me, Zachariah, and I'm here with my recap and thoughts on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Again, thank you guys for watching all my recaps. I really appreciate all the love and support that you show me on YouTube as well as Twitter. But let's jump into the episode. The episode starts off with Teresa and her girls making a card to her dad because it's having a pacemaker, which I can totally relate to Teresa because my mom had a pacemaker put in, and my mom was only like 39 when she had hers put in, so I totally get it. It is a scary situation. But Melania's mouth, like, oh my god, that girl, like, I just want to put a muzzle on her. Like, her mouth is so, I think she gets it from Teresa. I think she does. And Melissa and Joe, that we show them showing their house to the realtor to several people, which it seems like Melissa really wants to move more than Joe does. To me, it really does. I get that she wants to be away from Teresa, but I don't think moving away is going to solve the issue. And who has $3.8 million anyway to just blow on a home? I mean, I'm sure somebody does out there. I don't. I sure as hell don't have $3.8 million. But that's a lot of money to come up with the house. And Melissa's like, come on, I want it gone now. So I think it's kind of crazy. Lauren, she's still kind of after her lap band surgery. I thought, after the surgery she'd be kind of, I lost all the weight, I look good, but she's still kind of, I don't know, she kind of, Caroline, I like Caroline has a open door policy where she lets, people in need who wants to come stay with her, family members, friends. I really think that shows a lot of Caroline's character. Everyone, accuses her of being this bitch to everybody, and I don't think she is. Telling it like it is does not make you a bitch, people. Just like and Al, her husband Al, I like Al so much because Al is like, I don't care, I don't want to be in this drama, leave it alone. And he doesn't really I don't know if he really wanted Caroline to go and talk to Teresa, because that's just kind of like getting in their mess all over again, the Gorga versus Judice drama that everybody's being pulled into. So I don't think he was really wanting her to go deal with it, but he didn't stop her either because, she's a grown woman. But speaking of that, I think that Teresa and Joe and Melissa and the other Joe just need to sit down and talk to each other without everybody else around. I think it's ridiculous how Joe was telling Caroline to go talk to Teresa, and then Teresa tells Caroline to go talk to Joe and Melissa. Sit down or call each other, do something, and talk to each other. I think that's part of the problem. Everybody's running around trying to jump in everybody's business, and nothing's really getting solved. Let's just sit down like adults and figure it out and hash it out and put the stuff behind them. I do. I don't think it's that hard to, especially to your brother or sister. I don't think it's that hard to talk to them. Yes, brothers and sisters fight. They do stuff that's messed up sometimes, but you're still family. You still should be able to sit down and talk to them. That's just my opinion. Caroline and Albert's apartment. I didn't talk about this last recap because I totally forgot. But I wouldn't want to leave their house. I would want all the kids to be gone and stay in the house. I'm just saying, I would not want to leave that house. Kathy and Rich, we haven't seen a lot of them. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. But it doesn't seem like Rich takes anything seriously, which he may, but we just may never see it. And it looks like it's starting to bother Kathy, which I'm kind of afraid for her, because once you start seeing people being bothered by stuff, next thing you know, it's divorce. And I don't want that to happen to Kathy and Rich. I'm not saying they're getting divorced, but I'm just saying there's a pattern with Bravo celebrities, and it happens. So hopefully, maybe it's just a phase they're going through. Marriage, I know marriage isn't easy, so I'm sure they'll get over it and they'll be fine. Because apparently they're still married, so hey. Jacqueline and Chris's situation with Nicholas, it breaks my heart because I don't personally know anyone with autism. I don't. But it breaks my heart because I see, Jacqueline. She has so much strength, but you can tell that it's starting to eat away at her, and it's painful to watch, especially someone whose child doesn't say "I love you" to them anymore. I mean, I can only imagine how it feels. I don't personally know, so I can't speak a lot on autism, but just seeing her journey, I commend her for being so strong and sharing that on television. But I can tell that it's hurting her. But Chris is a very wonderful husband to her. He really is, and I'm glad that those two have children together. I am glad. The open house during Melissa's showing, I have to say, going back to Melissa and Joe, the open house with their kids, like, fighting while the people are there. I would have put them in their room somewhere and not had them fighting. But Teresa and Caroline sitting and talking to each other, which I don't know if that was Bravo pushing them to film together, but Caroline is one of those people who always say she's done, but she always talks to you. We see her talking to the same person that she's done with the following season. So I don't know. I hope that was something really genuine and not Bravo just pushing them to talk to each other. But I get that Caroline wants to help them. I do. I totally get that, and I don't want to undermine her intentions. But I really think, I know I already said this, but I really think that they need to just sit down and talk to each other and figure it out on their own. Having people do it for them isn't going to work because they're just going to start fighting again, and then the reunion's going to come, and then somebody's going to say something, and then another year's going to go by, and they're not talking to each other again. So I think that everybody should just leave it alone. Rosie. I love Rosie. Rosie is such a sweetheart, and it's so cute how she was one of the guys playing poker and hanging out with the guys. So I love Rosie. She's really fun. But that's all I really have for my recap for Real Housewives of New Jersey. Leave your comments below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter @Zachariah. And tune in on Wednesday because I'll be recapping Pretty Little Liars, favorite TV show, just saying, and Pretty Wicked Moms. And the recap will be up Wednesday. So if you watch those shows, please tune in on Wednesday to my YouTube channel and see my recap. But that's all I have. Bye, guys.